very touched that they thought. I felt very honoured that they thought about bringing it back. Yeah.
And was it an easy thing to say yes?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I didn't give it a second thought. Well, I think they asked if I come back before they'd written it. So they asked last. It was like sort of June last year. They sort of asked. So I just said immediately. I just love working with him. I love working with Matt. And Stephen kind of has this great vision for it, and you just buy into it immediately, really. But working with him is a joy. I'd do it every day of the week if I could. Like he's like as good an actor and as nice a guy as you could ever meet. So that's what it's about. Like good jobs and bad jobs. It's just about the people that you work with. All you want to do is, some people can say a job's amazing, but you might not have a great time on it because you don't really get on with the people that are there. Whereas you come onto this and immediately, it's just I really love working with him. Yeah.
How different?
Oh, sorry.
How different is it coming onto this set from other sort of projects you've worked on? It must be.
Well, the filming by its very nature is quite similar in whatever it is. Really, it's. I think the last thing I shot, I did this Three Musketeers film, this 3D film in Germany, which is like $100 million film or whatever, and the only difference is time. That's all you get. The actual act of filming it is completely the same. Whether I always find it funny when people talk, sort of actors in particular differentiate between like film and TV or whatever. Essentially, your job is exactly the same. It's just the stock that you're shooting it on is different, and the manner in which you're telling a story. But your actual job is the same. It's just time, really, is the thing. I mean, it's so ambitious, this show, to shoot the level of stuff that they're doing in 12 days. To shoot an hour, it is really impressive. Like it's a massive. It's just, and it doesn't really stop. The minute you're finished, you're on to the next thing. But once you click into that, it's fine, Yeah.
Has life sort of changed for Craig since you're so young? You've got a beard now, presumably.
Did I not have it last time?
I think so.
I don't really remember.
Grown up now.
Yeah, he's settled down with Sophie, and he's sort of living living the life that he wished he was living then, really, and then doesn't expect what happens in this hour. It's a real journey for him. Yeah, I'll give it that. Yeah.
And can you Cybermen are in this one?
If you know that, I guess I'm allowed to
allowed.
say it. Yes, there are. Yes, there are Cybermen in this. It's so terrifying. I wanted to take a picture the other day of me and someone went, "Don't show the coat." So I was like, really? Yes. Can't reveal the coat. And it was like online the next day, like not my photo, another photo. Yeah. But so I'm never quite sure what I'm allowed to say. But yes, there are Cybermen in it, which I'll be honest, I don't know a massive amount about the whole thing. I appreciate that. So, but I do recognise them, and I know that they are part of the history and the heritage of the show. So I feel like Matt's reliably informed me that this episode is a real treat for like die-hard purist fans. There's a real there's like a lot of those. There's those kind of characters that I think haven't been seen this series.
Right. Okay.
Or for a while, actually. I don't think Matt's done anything with Cybermen before. So I think it's the first time they featured in his sort of tenure, I guess.
And do you? I mean, you're not an old school fan of the show, but do you still get a frisson when you think, shit, I'm working with a Cyberman? It's weird.
I don't get a frisson. I would never consider it. No, I tell you, the biggest thing for me is the music. Like, because we walked past an edit the other day and it was playing, and you just and you just go, that's what I remember, because I never really watched it growing up, because I'm No, it was on, but I like enjoyed watching Grease. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was it. I had two sisters, and we'd watch Grease all the time, every week. We'd just watch Grease. So
if it was a musical episode of Doctor Who,
I'm there, and don't we think that that's something that should happen imminently? Yeah, like a Glee episode of Doctor Who would be amazing. In fact, why haven't they done that? That's an amazing idea. I could try, although I'm sure it would just end up like Grease. And people would go, why is there no science fiction element to this at all? This is basically a musical. But yeah, you know, Amy Pond and the Doctor doing Summer Lovin' would be amazing. Yeah, so I'll certainly put the feelers out. I'm not sure what will happen. Yeah.
now you've been in two, and for this one it seems that there's much more of a friendship between your character and the Doctor, because I guess you know each other and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which I know you can't talk too much, but I think works really well. It's got to be a trilogy, surely. We've got to like, you know.
Look, to just be completely honest, if I'm around, if I can, I would always come back to do this show, because the crew are some of the loveliest people I've ever worked with. The directors are always good. I think that the ambition of the show is something that I really, you just see that they just want it to be as good as it possibly can, because I think the fans of the show are so passionate that if it's anything less, it's just not good enough, you know. So that's why I like doing it. I love working in Cardiff. It holds like real. I have really fond memories of working here and writing here, so I feel immediately sort of at home, you know, and I don't feel like I'm in a strange place. So, and I love working with him. So, but you know, it's not to do with me, and I think the best thing is that they would never just put someone in it because they enjoy it.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean? Sure. I think they would always. You know, the show would come first. So
I was going to ask, as a writer, is it something you'd like to approach? Obviously, being it as an actor, but as a writer, is it something that you'd have ideas for?
I think it takes a special or a different brain to write like science fiction. I think you've got to really enjoy it and sort of thrive on it and love that sort of and that imagination of it. Whereas I think, you know, stuff that I've written or write is kind of very much set in the world that we sort of live in, you know. Like, if you think about someone like Gavin and Stacey, who write like 10 pages about people ordering a curry, do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think that would really wash here, you know. So that's what people used to say. They go, oh, what's episode 4 about? And we go, well, they order an Indian. That's sort of about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just that's the stuff that I really like respond to. It's, you know, I've got absolute admiration for like Stephen. I think he's. I can't work out how his brain works, because like I really loved Sherlock as well. I thought the imagination of it was so impressive, to set it in that landscape, and then, you know, Benedict is such clever casting. I think Matt's really clever casting. It's sort of, you know, I've got such respect for him. I think his vision is brilliant. And those people that kind of bitch or are snipey about British television in comparison to perhaps like American television, which I understand. I love those American box sets as much as anyone else, and they are incredible. The Wire and The West Wing and all those shows. But you know, you go to America and they're all sort of raving about Doctor Who and Sherlock, and we sort of forget that we only really get the best of American TV, and I think the best of our British TV is equal to that, really. You know?
Do you think we do it down a bit too much, British drama?
No, because I think it's important that you would be critical of stuff and look at things with a critical eye. And I think there's always room for improvement. It's just this sort of thing where people go, oh, we don't do anything as good as The Americans.
Up there. Sorry to interrupt. I think you're called back.
I don't think I am. I'm fine. I'm fine to carry on. Yeah. I'm not called back at all. That's just someone being, I'm all right. I'm fine. No, I feel that people haven't even asked the question because I'm talking too much. I don't feel like. I don't know. I don't feel like. I don't know. I just feel like that thing where people go, if you're looking with a cynical eye, of course you could find only bad in stuff. But then I think if you watch the thick of it, and Sherlock and The Street, or any of Paul Abbott's work, these things they're all as good as anything.
Did you get, what sort of response did you feel you got from Doctor Who last year from people watching it?
Incredible. I didn't see it for like a good few weeks after it went out. But I was amazed because I think it was like that. It was the highest rated episode in figures, and there's an appreciation thing, and it was the highest thing of that, which I was really blown away by because, I was like, wow, I thought it was incredible because I think it was quite a brave choice to make, to go, let's do an episode that's set here where Doctor Who plays football and is just a regular, and he's trying to be a regular guy. It's quite a brave thing to do for a show like this. So yeah, I was amazed by the reaction of people. Really. Yeah.
And then when you did actually watch it, then as a whole thing, did it surprise you in any way? I mean, what did you think? Could you be objective about it?
I always watch stuff just thinking, oh God, you just look ridiculous. You know what I mean? I never watch anything and go, God,
I nailed it.
No, I just always look at how I look and just think, oh, you've got to, sort that out. You know what I mean? Always. That's just how it is, anything. And then, but I was pleased with it. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was a good hour of telly. Like, it had a really strong beginning, middle, and an end.
Were you worried about the reaction? Because it's something like Doctor Who, it does sort of it gets some quite strong opinions going. It's turned out okay now.
But I think you only really see those opinions if you actively go and look for them. I learned about a year ago that the internet is just not, you know what I mean? You get sucked in about once every 6 months, and I just find, I think if you go looking for that sort of, you could do anything, you'll always find a negative thing somewhere if you look long enough. You know what I mean? If you look long enough, you'll find someone saying, yeah, is Goodfellas really that good? And you want to go, yes it is. It's, but you have to search for it, and I try my best not to do that.
Are you doing much of your own writing at the moment, or can you not write when you're working on other people's things?
Well, I've just written co-written a new show called The Wrong Man's, which we shot a pilot of before Christmas, which has just been, I guess I can tell you, I don't know. It's just been picked up by BBC Two, but we shot a pilot, and that's a new sort of 6-part comedy. Yeah, me and a brilliant actor and writer called Matthew Bainton have written it, who is in that brilliant show Horrible Histories, the kids show. He's in that, and he is a brilliant show, and he played Dino in Gavin and Stacey, the sort of not very bright guy. So we've just written that, and so we've just got to find time to shoot it.
For that one again?
It's called The Wrong Man's.
Like man, but with an S.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really pleased with it. I'm glad that we made a pilot and we've managed to, can iron some things out and sort of find our feet with it. And so we've got to write that, and I have to do this. I'm doing a play for 6 months, and then after that, yeah.
Are you looking forward to getting back to theatre? Because that is a different muscle from film and TV.
Yeah, which I really feel is, I feel like that guy. I feel like when you haven't been to the gym for a bit and it's going to really hurt for the first week, and then it will sort of feel great. I genuinely, I'm really nervous about it, but equally I'm sort of gobsmacked that I would sort of, play like a lead at the national. You know, when we did the History Boys, I remember thinking, God, it would be amazing to. I can't imagine what it'd be like to do a lead here. And so to do one,
Nick Heitner's director.
Yeah.
So one of his last things, I guess.
I don't know really. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's yeah. I mean, it was a strange one because I was doing that. Doing the World Cup show. I did this live World Cup show, which was kind of really good fun. And I was sat in this office, and we were coming up with, a game like, you're a guy, Uruguay, you're a girl, like as a little gay. And I thought, oh man, this is great fun. But I've never really seen that as what I do. I've always just seen it as fun. Any sort of presenting stuff, I just think, well, this is a laugh, And you do have a moment where you think, oh man, I hope I haven't gone too far down this road that you can't go and do the work that you ultimately want to do. And at that minute, I swear to God, the moment I was thinking that, the phone rang and it was Nick. I said, hiya. He said, do you want to come and do a play next year at the National Theatre? And I said, are you going to direct it? He went, yes. I went, yes. And he went, do you not want to know what it is? I said, I don't care. If you're doing it, if you're doing it in that building, then I would always want to work there. And he was like, well, you should probably have it. I said, no. I know that that's absolutely the best thing I could do right now to sort of, I guess, get back. Go back. I feel like I'm going back to work. Do you know what I mean? I've seen lots of things that I've done over the last year I haven't really even viewed as work. It's just been really great fun. So someone goes, oh, do you want to do a show talking about football? Yeah, all right, I'll be doing that anyway. I might as well get paid for it,
At that time, though, people were talking about you being, having your own chat show and stuff like that. Were you thinking about that seriously, or?
I don't know. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. I don't know. It's like in one respect, I think that would be amazing. But my first initial reaction to that was I'm far too young. I think you've got to be. I don't think you can do a chat show when you're 32, and also I'm 30. I'm like an immature 32. So I think that the chat shows I love. You sort of need someone with a life experience to be able to talk to other people. Like I love Graham's show. I think he's a prime example of that, of someone who has been doing that sort of form, that kind of show for a while, and then now that Friday night BBC One slot, it was like he was born for, like he was made for it. But it's only because of that experience of, like, I think that show is brilliant. Parkinson, when was his show at his best? When he was what? 37, 38, do you know what I mean? 40 or, Jonathan's show was great at that time. You look at the American shows like Letterman and Leno, I think you need that life experience for an audience to take it seriously. How could I really sit down and talk to anyone without it looking like I'm just asking questions written by someone else?
It's a very sensible approach. Most people would go, yes, where's the contract? I'll sign and do it.
I don't know. I think a lot of people who would consider themselves actors wouldn't. Like Matt wouldn't even go in here. You know what I mean? They're hard enough to get Matt on a chat show, let alone to do a chat show. So Ruth Jones has done her show, but she's doing like 4 in a year. It's not like a big 18 episode thing. So yeah.
You see yourself as actor first, or actor writer, then presenter?
I don't. Do you know what? I couldn't even begin to consider myself a TV presenter in any way, and that's no snobbery in that. I just don't think I am. I watch people like Dermot, who's just brilliant, and I'm just sort of going, all right, welcome to the Brits. This is a bit weird, So I've never really thought of that really at all. I just,
Can I ask you a bit about the writing?
Sorry, are you okay, James? Or
yeah, I'll be good for like 3 more minutes, and I'll be good. Yeah.
Clearly, co-writing works for you. Why is that? Is that the way you write? Do you need someone to sort of be bouncing things off, or?
I think so. It seems that way at the minute. I'd love to think that I would be able to. I would love to try and write something on my own. I'm sort of working on something, but it's. all I really want is from anything is maximum fun.
Yeah.
And that's it. In whatever, whether that's right now or later or tomorrow or at work doing a play or doing a charity record or hosting the Brits or whatever those things are, you just want to have the maximum fun, because otherwise what's the point? And so writing on your own is not as much fun as writing with someone else. So if you can write with someone else, you laugh more and you share more and you sort of kick each other on more, whereas on your own you just, you end up just on Twitter all the time. Do you know what I mean? So
can I just ask one more about Doctor Who?
Of course.
Just this episode seems quite. I mean, it's similar in terms of it's on Earth and it's got you and the Doctor and Cherie. How's it different? Because it has got a different vibe. It seems more monster driven, more jeopardy in this one. I wonder if you could just talk a little bit about how this episode is different from the Lodger.
I think it's different from the Lodger, because in the Lodger up until the very end, like my character Craig didn't know what was going on, whereas that happens earlier, and he's certainly aware that something's going on, and in a sense he sort of becomes the Doctor's companion really for that episode. So yeah, he's just a lot more knowing. He knows who the Doctor is. He knows that he's not just a regular guy who's moving into his house. He knows what his life is, and he knows that there must be something up. And I think those are the distinguishing sort of differences really. Whereas the last episode was the Doctor trying to show himself as pretend to be a regular guy. So yeah, it's that's cool. That's that really. Yeah.
Does he get to go in the TARDIS this time?
I can't possibly tell you.
You can, if you want to say, you can say. Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. I don't get to go in the TARDIS, which is all I really wanted to do. Well, I don't know. I think even if there was, I don't know. I feel like it's some cruel game. But no, because I've been in it. Have you been in it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's great. You really go on, and I'm not even a Doctor Who fan, like a big one, like a proper. I'm a fan of David Tennant, like since Chris Eccleston. But before that, I wasn't really part of my thing. So, but going in it now, you just go, wow, it's really, So.
But would it be? Maybe I'm overthinking this, so forgive me. But would it be hard to sort of keep hold of? Cause one of the things we liked about Craig last year was he was a normal bloke.
Yeah.
And if the more experiences he has, the more he's going to be moving away.
Well, that's
from
the
this,
thing.
isn't he?
I'm sure that's why Stephen Moffat is a far more talented and creative writer than I am, and it's irrelevant whether I want to do something.
Yeah.
It's what. So that's the thing. It's
Because you've got to protect that about the character, haven't you? He can't get too blasé about monsters and aliens.
Sure. And look, I don't write it. I'm just in it. So it's it's just getting to do scenes with Matt. That's all I really love. Like he's so. I can't really tell. Like I can't imagine what it's like to do this for 7 months. Like for 7 months, front and centre. Like last week we were doing all nights, so it was like 6 p.m. till 7 a.m. for a week, and like we were like zombies. We were, and I just think, I look at him and I just think, you're doing this all every day. You're just, you can't ever really let a scene go. You can't be half. You can't give half the energy to anything. Every shot, every frame is as important as the next, and I think that's a real unique skill to be able to do that for 7 months. I don't think there's that many actors could carry that without becoming lethargic about it or blasé about doing it. And it's a Sonic, and you know what I mean. He's just bang. His energy carries you along. He's really exceptional to watch.
Cool. I think we'll wrap
Thank
it up
you
there.
very, very much. It's a pleasure.
you.
Lovely to talk to you. Nice to meet you. Are you all right? You didn't say anything. Are you okay?
Yeah,
You're all great.
Nice
Nice to
to see
see you.
Thanks, Jim.
It's a pleasure. Nice one, man. Thanks ever so much. Have a nice time in the porter cabin. See ya.
Yeah.